Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Washington defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that'll be incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
On second down, Mostert.
able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Fields now to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room.
Now Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, Howell loses it.
And this is picked up by the Bears.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now it's Fields. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he really just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Commanders 7, Bears nothing.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a changing tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go. Here we go.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Powell from the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
The throw to the middle taken in. 23 yards the pickup there.
Moore was a huge part of the deal that Chicago made with Carolina, giving up the #1 overall pick in the draft. Averaging over 1,000 yards a season his first 5 years of his career. A tremendous playmaker, and he makes another catch here.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Here we go.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. Fields again. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing here, Howell.
And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
The 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Forced out to his left.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and goal, 6-yard line.
Back to throw, Howell.
Over the middle, and there's a dive
Big catch. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Fields
looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half.
Ready with our
so we'll
EA
send it
Sports
back up to FedEx
report.
Field and hand
Coach.
things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Track him 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Howell.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Howell, another throw on second down.
Oh, he bowls over it. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Howell throwing on first down here. Looking for Dotson. He's got him.
A good pick up there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Howell to the air on first and 10.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on second and 16.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Howell. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, it's Fields. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
One play action, Fields. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
From back at their own 10-yard line. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Howell changing the play here.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They go play action with Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And this time not quite to the 30, will be down at the 31-yard line.
72 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Off play action. It's Howell.
They'll roll him out right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Rolling to his right.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 17 yards out.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 28, Bears 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Fields now to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Fields pass intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run.
20.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Robinson up the middle.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Howell throwing on third down here.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Oh, Howell loses it.
And this is picked up by the Bears. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Third and long. It's Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.